You're right guys, Shay here, Uneven Bounce, hope you guys are well. So South Africa today announced their ODI squad with Quinton de Kock as the starting skipper. Just want to give my thoughts on it. I mean, it's a good squad. It's actually, it presents itself as somewhat of an opportunity to kind of move on from the third test defeat. I'm not sure if it was intended to be announced today, a day after the third test finished, or it was more of a kind of let's release the information quickly because it's more of a form of damage control. I mean, obviously, after what happened yesterday, they probably wants to kind of get the fans back on side and show, like, look, there's a new, fresh squad coming into the picture with new names. I mean, Carl Verheyen to come into the team. I'm not sure, again, as I always say, sometimes these surnames, it's hard to pronounce, but I hope that's not too far from the mark. Susanna Magala, who I've mentioned previously on other videos, I thought he did very well in the MSL and has done quite well in white ball cricket for the Warriors for a little bit of time now, so I'm glad that he's got his opportunity. Ngidi is fit again. Well, he's got to prove his fitness along with John Smuts and and Shamsi as well, Tabri Shamsi. I think the only thing I'd have an issue with the squad, I mean, is that I think they're kind of missing out a little bit in not picking Mirage. It's surprising because he had a very good MSL with Devon Heat. He's actually a very underrated white ball bowler. I personally believe, for me anyway, I think Sham's quite overrated. I'm not a big fan. I have been since he started, really. I'm not the biggest supporter of his, really. He's okay, but I don't think he's going to set the world on fire from what I've seen in international cricket and for the Titans. So, yeah, I mean, it's okay, but I mean, George Lynn's not there either. So, Shamsi and Beyond Fortune, who's been selected for the ODI squad as two spinning birds, and you'll see Mirage is on the sidelines along with George Lind, but I'm not sure that's the best selection. But apart from that, I think it's a good squad. Nice to see David Miller there. I am planning to do a video on David Miller at some point. Van der Dusen is there. The reason why back to Miller, the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel his career's gone up and down quite a lot. He's turning 31 in June. I think he needs to really establish himself as that main key bat in that middle order now. I think it's kind of now or never for David Miller. But anyway, Quinton de Kock as standing captain. I mean, listen, let's be honest, they're kind of just now preparing themselves for Faf's retirement. I mean, I think they've obviously got some ODI cricket to play in the summer, well, their winter against West Indies. And then obviously onto the T20 World Cup. So yeah, ODI cricket's probably not really in the forefront of the thinking for management at the moment, with the World Cup obviously 3 years away. We just come off the end of the last World Cup. So obviously now I think the T20 side will see something that's close to what they plan to kind of pick and get on the plane to Australia. But I think this ODI side, it's a bit experimental, so they try new faces there, young and old. I mean, there's no Morris and Pretorius. I think Morris's time might have been done now. Obviously, he played the World Cup, did okay. I was there for the Afghanistan game in Cardiff. He did pretty well there, but I guess it's Afghanistan. But with I think Morris now should look at his opportunities maybe outside of South Africa. If he gets a callback contract offer, he should probably take it. I think his time is done. But I would say that Pepper Quayle was probably the front runner now for the seam bowler all-rounds position in that team. I really like actually Pepper Quayle, not because I'm a Dolphins fan. I think he's a very talented player. I think he's very confident as well. Very not cocky but very confident character. I think he's good to have around. So good team there. Good team get his opportunity. Same Magala. Sapama's there as well. Got a call up, which is good to see. Ngidi hope improves his fitness. Rabada's been rested, which I think is the right thing to do. Again, because I think the reality is one-day cricket is not really that important at the moment. I think obviously in context of what's happened in the Test series, they want to win the series, of course, South Africa, but it's not the be-all and end-all if they lose. I think the T20 is going to be a lot more focus on that series because obviously with the World Cup on the horizon. So yeah, they're my thoughts. JJ Smuts, I would say, I'm glad to see him there as well. Had also fitness issues as part of the 4 players that needs to improve his fitness before being officially part of the squad. I'm not sure he's had one bride too many, but he's he's a good player. I actually really like JJ Smarts. He doesn't seem to be like, I know, that unfit from what I can see. I mean, aesthetically speaking, I look at Ngidi, Shamsi, especially Magala. They're not maybe body beautiful as such. I mean, they're good players, especially in Magala's case and in Ngidi's case. But sometimes players, they don't have to be just kind of like Mitchell Johnson, Brett Lee, and you know. Andrew Simons, you know what I mean, like just rip six packs and etc. It doesn't have to be that way, to be, successful cricketer. You have bodybuilding. I remember, I'm not sure how old you guys are, but if you remember a guy called Mark Elam, he played in the 90s for Kent and for England, a few tests for England. I even go back to those days. I mean, cricketers then, there was much more of those guys around at that time. Obviously, as time's gone on, the physicality of players has improved a lot, you would say. The fitness has improved a lot in cricketers. But you know what? There's still room for Rory Kleinfeld. Do you know what I mean? So, and you know what? Like, Vernon Philander isn't exactly, Thor, is he? You know what I mean? So, I think as long as they can prove, a reasonable amount of fitness, they should be getting into that squad. I hope JJ Smarts does, because I think if he has a prolonged period in that team, able to settle, I really think he'd be a good middle order batsman / second spinner for the team, because he's done well for the Warriors now, and captain as well. They want leaders. They've said that they want leaders going forward to the next generation. With Faf on the way out, he's someone coming with a bit of experience, a bit like Joe Denley actually. The equivalent. Performed well in domestic cricket. Also bits and pieces bowler. He's a good batsman and he bowls a very handy off spin. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. The series, because he does well. I think he'll do well in the West Indies in those wickets. Yes, I'll be interested to see how JJ Smarts gets on in this series. We've also got the return of Temba Bavuma as well, coming back into the team, which is going to be obviously a very big moment, I think, for the Proteas, kind of on and off the pitch. That's what's happened over the past couple of weeks, with the Test team. So, interested to see how Temba goes. He's absolutely showing for that team now. I mean, to be fair, he very much deserves it. He's already well in white ball cricket for the Lions. Did well in the MSL as well for Josie Stars. So I do expect to see him. I imagine top 4 at the very least. I mean, maybe top 3. But good to see how he goes. Obviously, I think he's got a big point to prove. And what I think about Bavuma, from what I've seen, he's got a big heart, there, and he's got a lot of passion for his country, and I think he's got a lot of steel about him as well, so I think he'll want to prove a lot of people wrong, and especially if people have obviously slightly doubted him, including Faf, and he'll want to show that he's obviously a good enough player to succeed at a very good level in the international arena. So yeah, I'm interested to see. Obviously, I think a lot of people will be looking at Bavuma and see how he goes. I expect him to do quite well. So yeah, if you like the video, please do comment, share, and most of all, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.